Oh, no one here to help me today. But it is Sunday, guys. Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm still in Jersey, in St Helier, but I'm going to take a bus to Gorey, which leaves at St in about 4 minutes time. And I've been told that it's a really nice village to visit here on the island. Beautiful fishing village, and there's a nice castle as well apparently. So let's go and check it out. By the way, this is their bus station as well here in St Helier. You can see there are a few people waiting for transfers. There's the airport bus, which I'll need to take later today as well. But for now, let's just go to Gorey and go and explore. Hello sir, can I get a single ticket to Gorey please sir? Thank you. Thank you very much. So yeah guys, we made it to Gorey. Look at this beautiful harbour, and the cherry on the cake, you can see all the pastel coloured buildings as well. I can immediately feel the pace of life here in Gorey as a village compared to St Helier, the only town on the island. Is a lot different. Probably some locals taking the kids out for a bit of a walk. And actually I'm going to meet up someone that I've never met before, but it's a friend of a work colleague. His name is David, and I think I'm going to meet him around 12, which is about 15 minutes away. He's going to show me around Gorey a little bit later as well, but for now I've just got a bit of time on my own to walk around here, maybe orientate myself. See Jersey Pearl, the old Say Loft. It's got moorings, hotel and restaurant. It's obviously a very harbour-esque vocabulary they use there. And why not when you've got a view like this? And here you can see the pastel coloured buildings a bit better. And I think there's some information for us over there. And yeah, just look at that aerial shot. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, one of the things I'll definitely remember about Jersey is the amount of kelp or seaweed on the beaches. And obviously I'll also remember this beautiful harbour here in Gorey. Absolutely brilliant. Here's another map of Jersey, as I mentioned to you in another vlog. The dimension of the island, you can see that's the scale, and it's only 9 miles from west to east, 5 miles from north to south. If I zoom in a little bit, you will see there's St Helier, and we took the bus all along here, all along the sea to Gorey, where we are now. I think this also shows you a good representation of the transport network, and it does look like there's loads of roads on this small island. Flower beds and a yellow phone booth here in Gorey. Boat on a roundabout. So now I know what David meant when he said I should meet him at the boat on the roundabout. This must be it. So we are here in a village called Rozel, and these are all the coties, so the potato farms. And you can see how steep it is. I've far it goes up. And there's David. David's just taking me to Rozel Harbour. Thanks, David. Appreciate it.
Well, you can see why I didn't drive down here. It's absolutely chocker.
All the cars again.
And there's a really popular sort of cafe for crab sandwiches right at the bottom of the Hungry Ground.
Right.
So, you know, this time, especially during the summer of the sea swimming, it is absolutely jammed.
Right. And here's some information about Rozel Bay and the harbour. Described as a port as early as 1274, and it was from Rozel Harbour that the island's first lifeboat was launched. Significantly less seaweed on the beaches here, but beautiful harbour. No castle backdrop though, but still very picturesque. Peace and tranquility of a small harbour village is always very nice. How interesting are these decorations in the trees? Life buoys. Over here, more evidence that we are in a harbour town. Harbour village, rather. Beautiful. These old cottages here, David?
Yeah, you'll see as we go up, there's a lot of the old fishermen's cottages.
Fishermen cottages, yeah.
I mean, they're now glad gentrified.
Yes. Life's definitely slower here than in St Helier.
Yeah, indeed, it's less frenetic. But in the Victorian times, or even the sort of Lake Georgian, they discovered there's a microclimate in this valley behind where the Chateau de Cher is.
Right.
And brought an awful lot of Victorian zoologists
Right.
to try out various new plant breeds that, you know, so the big Victorian collections are bringing back. And it's quite stunning. I'm going to have a little wander up. I'll show you one, which is the Reeve.
Right.
Which, strange enough, is my landlord's old ancestral home.
Oh, well.
Was, yes, and says this is where they're all from Rozel via Yorkshire.
Yes.
Desirable place to live, really.
Yes. Now, notice people love their gardens and outside spaces and lots of flowers. And
yeah, this is just a quick snippet of the Reeve. You can see the botanical garden.
Right.
Planted out in the Victorian times.
Wow. Absolutely beautiful. You can see well maintained as well. It's recently cut.
Oh, very much so.
So, densely populated island, but still a lot of green and lots of flora around.
We've got big private houses as well.
And these, David? Just next to the road?
I think they would just be
storage spaces, or
you'll see some smaller huts about, which were definitely occupied as dwellings by fishermen.
right. And wow, just look at this. This is beautiful little entrance here.
And that's just the garden.
Yeah. Lovely little stream. Oh wow. This is a fantastic treat, David. Thank you very much.
No, it's lovely. This is one of the pollard and the olive trees organised. I won't go much further than this, but there's the fishermen's cottages, and you can see how they were.
So I've noticed it's quite far from the harbour, actually. Some of the cottages, so it's quite...
Yeah, but it's a bit of shelter, isn't it?
Yes. So fishermen's cottages over there, and it's still Rozel?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And you can see in some of the banks, there's they also ate an awful lot of oysters and shellfish.
Yes, obviously lots of seafood here in Jersey. They're renowned for it.
Yeah, the oyster beds, of course, but Brittany and Paris were the main markets.
Right.
For the Jersey oysters.
Jersey oysters. Very, very good. Oh, I just love this little stream here as well. Gorgeous. Beautiful.
So this kind of gives you an idea of the little demesne there would have been. So it's quite a fair size then.
Yes. Look at the number of cars parked there in that driveway, so...
Yeah.
Did you say three cars per household?
Generally.
Generally? Well, that explains part of the traffic problem.
This is a artisan cottage as well.
Artisan cottage? Oh wow. It looks fairly unoccupied at the moment.
Yeah, there's probably some of these potting shed. But it's
Yes,
gorgeous.
absolutely brilliant. And again, water and the sounds of water.
Well, this would be, so they had a thing called the lavoir, which is pretty much like French. I think that's more of a well. But there was
Right.
communal washing areas, and you'd sometimes come across them in the island.
Right.
Well, there used to be a military station at the top. The Chateau de Chair refers to a chair, which is a saddle-shaped piece of rock which they blew up
Right.
to put a signalling station on the top of it.
Oh, wow. There's another little post box there for
Yeah, what's that?
someone who's interested. More people enjoying a Sunday stroll.
You're fortunate with the weather, actually.
I am very lucky. It's always hit and miss. I told Richard as well when he asked me what are my plans, and he said, well, listen, it's really weather dependent. If yesterday was a washout, for example, you know, that would have limited my options today quite a lot.
So these are the kind of the tropical ferns of the microclimate.
Absolutely. So I think, as David just pointed out, the plants and the flora here signify to you the type of climate and microclimate that exists in this part of the world. And despite the population density, a lot of green spaces.
Well, when you fly over Jersey, the amount of private properties and fields is just legion.
Is it Jersey or Guernsey? One of the two. Where I read that it's quite difficult to obtain property here. Is it Jersey?
Jersey, yeah.
Yeah.
Albeit sort of a lot of foreign investment actually buy your property as well, so that creates a little bit of a niggle.
Yes.
Guernsey, I think, is a little bit more liberal, but their planning laws are pretty aren't so strict, so it creates sprawl.
Right.
And Alderney, anybody can buy there.
I see.
But getting to Alderney is expensive.
Must be tricky, yeah. Loads of tractors. Is that for the potato farms?
Yeah. You'll see. Well, this is the Garden d'Olivet, which basically translates as the Garden of Olives.
Right.
I want to just take you here so you can see Bouley Bay from the top. I mean, if you so desire, you can go down to it, but this gives a great aerial view of it.
I think other people have had the same idea we've got.
Well, here, these are all the. Oh no, that's something else. Usually, you know, it'll be the planters' toilets and what have you. They'll be doing all the top fields of the Jersey Royals.
So very much potato country, yeah.
Yeah. This is the lookout point which we can scope out Bouley Bay, which is a pretty little cove. Oh, you can see the folly from here. Look.
Oh, right, yes. And a beautiful shot here of the
France again.
channel in France. So the land mass over there, France.
Yes.
Yeah, cheers, David. I would never have come here on my own accord, so.
No, I was saying to Richard, I'll show you some of the gems anyway, but then you need I'll let you go first and get the camera.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, it's just great to have a local perspective. Well, I can call you a local now, can't I? So.
Well, yeah, I suppose so there's still really a fly-in.
Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't come over with the Conqueror, I don't think you can really call yourself a Jerseyman.
Fair enough. Oh wow.
We'll head to those seats over there, and then you've got a really good panorama. Every parish has to have access to the sea.
Yes.
I think Bouley Bay is pretty, but I think they've also got Bouley Bay.
Okay.
It's a good night bay, which is apparently, so that's what Charles II said before he sailed to France during the Civil War.
Right.
He was first declared king here, and then so he sailed from France from a cove further along, pretty much similar to this, and that's Bonouilles.
Oh wow. So Bouley Bay down there.
Bouley Bay, yeah, you'll see it perfectly from the headland here.
Let's go.
Remember that Jersey supported the royalist cause during the Civil War, and Guernsey the parliamentary, and they say
Right.
that that's why Charles II gave Jersey a solid silver mace, where
Right.
Guernsey only has a wooden one.
Oh wow, interesting.
It was New Jersey is named after Old Jersey by deed of gift.
Fantastic.
So arguably, if it was anybody's land to give away, you know, so
Yeah, yes, yeah, absolutely.
Manhattan being bought for around about a few ropes of pearls,
That's it. That's it.
if that, in fact.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting to I can just sense it, David. This is a
Yeah.
brilliant, brilliant vantage point. France over there, to give you an idea of actually how close Jersey is to the mainland. And a Beautiful shot there of Bouley Bay. So all the 12 parishes, they would have access to a bay like this then?
Well, to the sea, yeah, definitely.
To the sea.
There's a fort there, you see. And there's other forts. If you walked along here, there's other signs of militaria. And there's machine gun placements, so there were. See with the top there of the two chairs.
Right. Oh yes,
yeah,
yes, I can.
That's an emplacement.
Oh wow.
Well. It's now toilets, but it used to be a machine gun.
Yeah. And so there's some sort of fort, not exactly a castle, but
it's it's now hired out. People can rent it, stay overnight.
Oh wow, okay.
But there's forts all over here, as I say.
Yeah, and the Mortello Towers, as you mentioned as well.
Yeah, they fall short here because there's forts all along.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, it's pretty precipitous. We're on this is the north coast now, so you see the cliffs. If you're going to mount a sort of an aquatic takeover, you want to go somewhere where there's a little bit more give, and hence the forts here, where it was a proper port or harbour.
Yeah. Oh no, this is brilliant.
I think they are the Ecrahos. I just haven't got my binoculars with me. So they're the islands between France and Jersey.
So the sort of small bits of land, the reefs, yeah. And there's no inhabitants, that's just pieces of land.
People do have houses there.
Oh, they do?
There's summer houses. They used to be probably for the fishermen. But it's either that or further along, but there's quite a few houses that the ex-bailiff, former bailiff rather,
right.
He's got a place there.
And how would they get there as well? Maybe by private boat or
they'd get there
ferry?
from basically where you were, from Gorey, or in fact from Rozel, but Gorey is usually the one where they launch.
Right.
There's lots of trips from Gorey all the way to, also St Catherine's majorly, to the Carteret port there in those Granville. And on a good day you can see Flamville, which is the nuclear power station.
Oh well, okay.
When you're next over is the expanse of it. And also they will then have the tour buses running, but it's best to give you a taster now for anything you want to come back and see.
For a future visit to Jersey.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think there's so much to see on the small island. I'll definitely need to be back at some point.
Because I send out around about 50 poems a year, and out of that I'd be lucky if 12 were accepted.
Well, yeah, it always is. Yeah, absolutely. It's a bit like video editing. You take, I don't know, 80,000 hours if you use up 80 hours of video.
Yeah, it is. It's so this is Trinity. We're just going through Trinity now. You've seen the Jersey cows?
The cows?
Yeah.
I've only seen the statue of them in the St Helier town centre. But there's loads of Jersey cows in South Africa and
yeah, they
in
are.
other parts of the world, and it's such a prolific breed, isn't it?
I'm amazed to discover that, because they've got doesn't get too cold here, but it does drop below freezing, and then it can deal the beast can deal with the heats of the African.
Yes.
I was going to say
they're very, very adaptable. Yeah.
I think they had to import bull semen from South Africa and elsewhere, certainly America, because the breed here was becoming too intensely inbred. And I'm going to take you now to Sorrel Point, where hopefully you'll see the Cornish choughs, because they've been reintroduced to the wild and are flourishing here again.
And lots of, I see churches as well scattered across the island. Is there quite a number per parish, or is it? Well,
I mean, there's various denominations. The dissenters, there's some, but each parish really is named after its church anyway. So St Martin's, where I am, it's St Martin's. Bizarrely, Grouville is its parish church is St Martin's, but it's not named after it. But everything else, St John's, Trinity.
Right.
But when they tried to get Methodism established here, there was a church first built in St Albans, and the people of St Albans took it apart brick by brick because they were advocating no drink, no liquor, and that didn't go down too well with the Jerseymen.
Yeah. Crikey.
18th century again, of course, which are wild times.
Yes. And a lot of French Protestants and Huguenots sort of came over as well at some point, didn't they? Yeah,
they did very much so. The Treaty of Nantes and what have you. So the St Bartholomew's massacre, they reckon there's quite a few Protestants fled here as well. Interestingly though, when during the French Revolution there's a whole load of aristocrats and Catholic priests came over and they tried to convert the soldiers and a lot of the people, and that didn't go down well at all.
Right.
Again, religion and wars, eh?
No connection whatsoever.
And now we're in St John's.
So this is St John's.
Yeah. This is Sorrel Point, I think you see.
Sorrel Point.
Yeah.
Another lookout point, vantage point.
It is. It's got a lighthouse at the end of it. But anyway, this is the build-up. There's Sark. Look at that.
Yes. So the big landmass in front there, that's Sark.
Yeah, and there's Guernsey. You see the white harbour there, St Peter's Port.
Oh yes. Oh, St Peter's Port over there.
Yeah.
And that's again the illusion of light. But
it is
but
absolutely
it's,
drawing it closer.
Oh, this is a massive tree, David. Thank you very much again.
Well, I always like to show people this point because it is stunning. And you're going to see the quarry the other side, which is quite an interesting bit of industrial invasion or evasiveness. Well, I approve of it because they sell the granite.
And I'm surprised we're the only people here.
Well,
I say there's a few over there.
They'll be walking over that way. This is where we can probably see the chuffs as they fly over.
Let's have a look. Loving all these vantage points that David's showing me here. Sort of a rugged beauty almost, isn't it? And which part of the island are we now, David?
Sort of
north coastal.
St John.
St John. Oh wow.
It's beautiful landscape and then industry.
And industry, sort of the juxtaposition.
Yeah, but the granite is it's quite desirable, especially for building the vernacular style here. So it's an aggregate.
Quarries and.
Oh, look, it's pretty damn cool there. The sun is shining on the fridge.
Yeah, as it always does, especially in the rugby and
but
stuff.
not the,
So the German guns placed here. It's amazing, just and I mean it looks pretty ordinary now, but I mean in terms of the historical significance of this is quite profound.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Right. I see where this is going.
This is Gibraltar.
Gibraltar?
Yeah, this house here.
Oh,
I don't know why, but it is. I think it looks a bit military.
Yes.
And this is one of the many valleys, which is very pretty.
And are these, I guess, they're not one-way streets, but there's a way to give to other.
Thank you very much.
And the dogs. And oh well, this one's got a bit of a treasure for you.
Yeah,
herself.
Carrying a log.
Yes.
Hello. You can see this is a rural retreat and a half.
This is proper rural Jersey now. I don't think I'll ever be able to drive in Jersey because it's always a bit tricky, and look how narrow the roads is here. But at least we don't have traffic, so
yeah, we are fortunate. Right, I'm taking you to the Devil's Hole.
Devil's Hole, as we can see there. Devil's Hole.
Yeah,
Maria Valley.
The arches are pretty much a giveaway of Jersey vernacular farm architecture.
Yes.
Principally to actually sort of look the thieves out, really.
And lots of self-catering places by the looks of it, and oh well, looks lovely.
This is pretty much whistle stop, but we'll have a coffee or something down
I definitely want to give you repay your kindness in some way.
It's a worthy favour, and if you come again, I've done something for the economy.
Well, yeah, I suppose so. Oh wow, this is ominous. The public are warned that the owners of this property and that will not be liable in respect of any accident, etc, etc. Not sure where you're taking me, David, but
smell the sulphur soon. There
let's go check it out.
And there's old Nick.
Oh wow. Is this a wooden or stone sculpture?
I think it could be.
Old Nick, you said?
Yeah, the devil.
Oh, that's good, mate.
There's the devil.
That was a great throw, Chris.
Oh, wow. Kids throwing stuff at the devil.
You need to do it with all your strength and just yeet!
Yeah.
That's
That's
brilliant.
disgusting.
That's a fantastic depiction, David.
Not bad. Apparently there's
I can do
there's
it.
been quite a few permutations of him.
So what's the significance with Jersey then?
I'll show you when we won't go all the way down, I'll point it out. A ship sank and its masthead, its, what do you call it again, the figurehead,
Right.
was something of an imp. And then they took the figurehead from a ship that sank over there and placed it as the devil in the devil's hole. And
Right.
there's a kind of a cauldron hole in the rocks there,
Right.
which again, it was a hole, and they thought it was kind of devilish and what have you, but practically it was a tourist trap.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The 19th century, but you'll.
But it's a really good one.
But there was another one which I think the Randall's Brewery had at some other place, and it was auctioned off recently for some 175 quid. Well, where are you going to put that? So let's see, it's a 20-foot representation.
Yes.
Of. Still, it's worth a look.
It's fantastic. It's a brilliant depiction. So the devil, you're in Jersey. Now, I absolutely love these rural walkway, sort of just off the beaten track kind of spots.
So the eye-text comes around, goes the walk. It's not called eye-text, it's something else, but whoever's sponsoring it now.
Yes.
And
Little
you
stream
can-
here as well.
Yeah, like it's all. Well,
Right, here we go. The Devil's Hole.
But what you have here is there's kind of a cave which the water comes into,
Yes.
and that's where they found the fella.
Real farm feel here with all the Jersey cows.
The darker one's the bull, so that you see more browny.
Right.
I think anyway. They're the most aggressive bulls out. They're even more aggressive than the Camargue bull.
Oh wow.
Well, funny, there's another coyote. Look at the coaties.
Coaties.
Yeah, spelled coatal.
Cotals. Very unique, and I'm amazed at again the slope.
Yeah.
Sort of how it.
So they need the
how they should
runoff.
grow them.
Ooh, I'm going to go. They need
Yeah.
the runoff to make sure that the potatoes don't rot.
Right. Interesting.
It's maximisation of a small amount of space as well, I think.
Yeah.
This is where the Newells buried their parents, the famous murdering brothers.
Oh wow. Jersey murder story.
Absolutely. So now we're heading into Greve de Lec.
Greve de Lec.
Yeah, with the Moulin de Lec at the bottom. Basically, so the runoff of the streams were powered a mill at one time. And well, the mill's coming south up.
Where are we now, David?
We're now in St Mary's, and we're heading towards Leland, or Lesland, and we'll just have a quick look at Grosnez Castle.
Rozel Castle. Okay.
And you'll start to see a lot of German concrete buildings starting to form, because this is the most exposed coast. It's towards the Atlantic, really. So it's still the Channel, but you've got that opening there.
Yes, yes.
And there's an awful lot of dolmens here, which is megalithic tombs, but
Okay.
again, you'd have to come back to actually do a recce of those, because there's loads of. Whenever you see a street sign that says dolmen, you know it's an old burial site, prehistoric.
Okay.
Or as in Hoog B, sort of a burial site come temple.
More people on a bit of a day trip.
Yeah, and out this way, it's nearly mostly farmsteads.
I can definitely get that rural feeling here as well.
And a manor house or two, of course.
Lots of private properties.
Oh, huge amounts. And
So what's planted here, David?
leeks, by the looks of it.
Leeks, yes.
And I think that's winter Calabri.
And there's a Jersey cabbage as well, isn't there? Like a Jersey kale.
They used to, they used to make walking sticks out of it. Do you read about that?
Yes, yeah, that's right. I do know about it. Yeah, so
cabbage sticks, I think.
The cabbage, the Jersey kale or Jersey cabbage,
Yeah.
walking sticks. That's right.
I mean, I haven't seen
I
one.
asked that in a quiz once, actually, the quiz question, and I forgot what.
Yeah,
From, yeah.
it is absolutely. You're kind of silver topped. But it just shows how tough the kale is.
Yes. Yeah. Incredible.
We're just going to have a quick look down at Grosnez Castle. Clermont's lovely, but we haven't got the time to do it justice.
No, that's fine, yeah. This is the ultimate island tour of us, David.
Well, it's a lightning tour, but I thought you might as well.
A whistle stop, but no, it's fantastic. Love your stories as well.
Well, as much as I have of them. You see, it's really hard for them to grow anything here. You can see the banks and the high walls, because the wind's coming from the Atlantic. So they take the topsoil off it.
Right, I see. So trying to sort of protect
Definitely
land by building higher walls. Yes. Oh gosh. No, I think they're going back.
I was going to say that it's an easier call for them. Thank you.
The racecourse.
Yeah.
And this is the old castle.
Yeah, this is Grosnez.
Potholes, you're appalling. I've seen far worse, David.
I'll bet you have, but for these kind of little cars, it's
had a bit of a tough one in Tunisia, getting to the northernmost point of Africa.
I've never been to Tunisia.
So Grosnez, it's a French word, but it's...
I think it means grey, as a grey castle.
Grey castle.
That's how it would be.
No health and safety issues here, I guess.
Pardon?
No health and safety issues.
Caveat emptor.
No, it's probably best to stick around on this side. And whenever you visit sort of old ruins and castles, it's very easy to forget about your surroundings and the nature and just look at that as a sight. Unbelievable.
So you start to see the naval towers up here. Yeah, well, that's one of the another naval tower.
Right.
I'm not sure what that was actually. I think it was a Labour tower maybe.
But there's three buildings, well, buildings if you can call them that. But are they all naval towers or are they sort of different?
Well, that's the big, that is on the naval tower, so I'm going to show you one closer where the lighthouse is.
Yeah. Well, it's so interesting you telling about the, you know, the liberation, the cathartic feeling of destroying the old
Very much so, and it's
German military equipment. Oh, here we go.
So 14th century.
Probably built around 1330. Lots of history here, that's for sure. Do you know what these sort of pits? Maybe old storage spaces, or maybe even houses. Could have been houses.
Yeah, I mean, again, so this wasn't occupied in the sense that it had. But you can see you've got the natural defence there.
Yeah.
And then the rest is clear.
Yes.
An interesting synergy. You've got this representing the 14th century and that in the 20th.
Yes. Different era, same purpose.
Exactly.
It's a bit of, oh wow, just look at the natural beauty here. Jersey could have been a nice sort of prison for a foreign power, like an Alcatraz or something.
Was it known as a fortress either? I suppose the French are very much into that, like the Chateau d'If, you know, the man of the iron mask.
Yes. Is this part of the ring road? This
Yeah, so we're going to go down over the cliffs. This is
this is
the famous
stunning. Oh wow.
Famous road of Bergerac, which was a TV series.
Oh yes, all right. Heard of that, and that's just beautiful. Oh, and look at how the wind sort of impacted.
Yeah, just pushed the
trees out like that. We've got the same issue in Lambert's Bay in South Africa.
Yeah, it shows the power of it.
But just I mean, you can see it's low tide now, and just how that expands the size of the island.
Yeah, it does. You can see through the lighthouse.
That's a beautiful drive.
And this is called Stinky Bay.
Stinky Bay?
Yeah, because it gets a load of there's a little harbour there. There's
from the seaweed or the kelp?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that's that side. This is where we're turning now. It's an attack, and this is apparently where the best potatoes are grown.
Okay. Wow, just beautiful around here.
There's a German bunker there straight ahead. I think they're now using it some kind of fisheries thing.
Fisheries thing in an old German bunker.
Absolutely.
Wow. Creative destruction, as
Absolutely.
Schumpeter would have called them. Do you know how many coatis there are in Jersey on the island?
No, I know there's those two companies. There's Bartlett and Jersey Royals.
And how big is there a sort of standard size for a coatee, or?
Now I think it's if you look at some of their private farmers, they use what they can from whatever space. As I said, it's quite intensive. You'll see in the book, you'll read about the lost manor of whatever it's called. This is over St Wan's Way. You see here how swampy it is.
Yeah, swampy, and there's a tractor as well. Wow.
Yeah, they reckon so the manor sunk into the sand.
What a sight that is, a tractor so close to the water. Wow.
This is a cheeky shortcut. It'll take us on 5 Mile Bay. We'll stop for a quick coffee.
Oh, excellent. No, I'll remember this for a very long time. Thank you very much.
Well, as I say, it's always good to optimise your time.
I wish I had a chunk of land in the Americas that I could give to you as a present.
You see these 2 blocks of they're all bunkers. Those 2 there.
Ah, yes.
I don't think that's a Mortello tower. I think it predates it.
It doesn't look as high as a Mortello tower, is it?
Yeah, it's sort of a cannonade at the top. This place is just riddled with German bunkers.
Amazing that they still exist.
Well, honestly, they tried to blow some of them up, but it was causing more damage to the outlying properties.
Yeah.
Because honestly, this is serious concrete. Well, we're just going to have a quick look at Corbière.
Brilliant. St Auburn to the left and Corbière to the right, yeah. Poplars. There's a lot of tea rooms and self-catering places, and
well, because a lot of
business is good for them.
A lot of the British people who come to Jersey, because it's close to France, but everything's served in English.
That's brilliant. Yes.
And it was a big honeymooning place once upon a time as well.
Oh right, yes.
So there's a lot of returning couples, especially in the 60s. I mean, sort of sentimental journey. There's a couple of good photo ops coming here. Nazi tower there, and then we can walk along around the. Get a good shot of the.
You get an old German tower?
Yeah, that's the naval. I can't remember what the word is for the German Navy, but that was one of their big sort of observation towers and gun placements. But it's known as the Navy tower.
German naval tower. Still in operation by the looks of it.
Well, you can hire it again, so it's got beds and what have you. So it's a holiday let.
It's a holiday let now.
How about that then?
Wow, that is crazy. So how much do those rooms go for then?
I don't know. I think they've got two swings.
Two deer, yeah.
You can see there's a bunker complex under here as well.
Bunker complex.
And along. It's quite striking. This is the desalination works. But along here, the scuba. Yeah, look over here. This again heavily fortified.
Yes. All around Jersey, you get these forts and other forms of fortification to protect.
I mean, exactly. For that way, they're taking their chances as gun emplacements. And
naval tower here, and there's a beautiful lighthouse.
Yeah, that's called JFR.
Gosh, another gun placement. So imagine being a soldier here with your gun, defending the island. Sitting here, it must be quite a lonely experience. It's very hard not to be reminded of the military history and strategic importance of Jersey. You're definitely selling the place to me again for a next visit. I'll definitely be back.
It's not saying it's closed, is it? Access to
Somerville Hotel, please.
Yeah, Portlet and Normand.
Portlet and Normand. Yeah, there's some really nice residential areas around here, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is most definitely post-war, as you can see. This is the first war and what have you, the 30s. But if they liked you, the Connaught, you could build where you wanted once upon a time. And then hence there's an odd hodgepodge of architectural styles.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And is this like a local?
Yeah, there's an honesty box. There's loads
honesty
of stuff
box.
Here, yeah.
Oh wow, it's like fruit and veg. And I saw one putting eggs for sale, I think like £1.50 or something.
Yeah, they're not too bad. The best eggs I get is for around about £1.25. Pony Club.
Yeah, hello. Oh well, this gun is still in place, is it?
Yeah. And you see there would be another one there, another one there. It's all over
All
the ship.
over the ship. Yeah, no, this is awesome, David. Thank you.
My pleasure. Well, you've done pretty much
The whole island.
Exactly.
Yes.
You've done at least a sort of from St Helier to Gorey,
Yes.
and then the rest it should kind of line up.
I do like all the information boards as well, which means I don't have to do as
Very
much
handy,
talking as I
exactly.
usually do. Some information for us there. And a reference here of a naval battle of Mont Point. 9th of August 1944. So let's go up here. There's David as well. Yeah, here's a gun, and you say the seawater's done a bit of damage to it.
Yeah, you can see
Yes. Gosh. Again, imagine operating this gun, standing here, defending the island, and a converted Mortello tower. So what was the thing with the Mortello towers again?
to defend against French invasion.
Basically, yeah, just to defend against French invasion. But they were here longer than, they were much older than, say, the German architecture.
Early 19th century.
And again, just the nature around here. Little crops of rock and sounds of nature. And there is the Elizabeth Castle. We were in another vlog, but now we are on the other side, of course.
These are just rotting into non-existence.
Wow.
But that's called Javerin's Tomb.
Javerin's Tomb, yeah.
The ship came in, and I think it's of the 18th century, with plague on it,
Okay.
and they wouldn't let them ashore, obviously.
Yes.
And they went into isolation on that island and principally all died.
Wow. But no, that looks like a beautiful spot just to go and hang out in
Oh, it
summer
is.
as well. Then. St Orgueil Bay. Just walking in, and I think this is also where David's tour is going to
I'll
stop
have
for
to
me.
conclude it, I'm afraid.
I have to
Chap.
conclude it. But David, I just want to thank you very much
My absolute pleasure.
for taking me on a bit of a journey, and
You've been a grand companion.
well, thank you very much. But I'll explore a bit of St Orgueil
Yeah,
Bay
I'll
on my own, maybe a little bit.
See where I can drop you off.
See where we go. And I suppose, well, the 15 would be on the other side
Yeah,
of the
I'll
road.
show you
isn't
actually. If I
it?
pull into the bus stop here, I should be able to do it.
This, yeah,
Yeah.
it looks beautiful again. Beautiful.
20
buildings.
miles an hour as well. There's the bus stop to the airport, the 15.
This one,
It's opposite here.
next to the yellow phone booth.
Yep. Jersey Telecom.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay,
David, thank you very
My
much,
pleasure.
mate. Yeah,
My pleasure.
Absolutely brilliant.
and give my regards to the
And,
folks back at the
I certainly
back
will.
at the-
Yeah. How brilliant was that from David? Showing me a bit of the island. I thought we were just going to explore a bit of Gorey, but he took me around the island, and it's much appreciated. And it's always nice to get a local's perspective, or a local resident's perspective on things. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the island with David showing us around, and it's an experience I will never forget. Thank you, David. Okay guys, thanks for watching my videos. I'll see you again soon.